I'm a huge advocate for creating a community and a society where people are happy and successful and productive so that they are contributing to make our world go round.
Food is community, and local food is so important to our local economies and our local communities. And it brings people together and it forms relationships and networks. By establishing those relationships, you understand how the food is processed, how it's grown, how it's raised. And you have a more intimate relationship with that food that you end up putting into your body ultimately.
Farm to School has three main components. We have the procurement side, the process of buying food. We have the education side, teaching kids about the food. And then we have the gardening side. And for so long across our state, these three components weren't ever really well connected together. And so we've been putting a lot of effort into seeing these opportunities start to flourish, where they're becoming a bit more connected.
ProStart is the professional start into the food service and hospitality industry. It's really important, I think, for kids to understand that there is a healthier side to getting your food product. It helps them see the process from the farm to how we pick the product, to how we use it, to prepare it, to then cook it, and to be able to finish it off.
Students are learning how to grow the food. They're getting that education. They're learning how to prepare the food. They're doing recipe testing within the regulations that our school meal programs have to follow. And then they're seeing that recipe actually end up on the menu of that school meal menu. I mean, that's that holistic approach that we want to see.
Before I joined this program, I've never really thought about all the work that people really put into our food. I kind of just I guess I kind of take it for granted, but now that I'm doing this, it's I don't take it, I take it more for the value now and really look to what the people put into it.
I used to have a broad knowledge about the past on where our food came from, but coming here gave me more understanding of more foods that I didn't know and their history. So really opened my eyes.
I'm floored by what they've been able to do in the last couple of years with creating these incredible programs in partnerships with their ag departments.
Ag is growing. We need it more than ever. There's a duty to make sure that people, honestly, are not hungry. We'll be teaching the kids about sustainable farming and just the impact that even small pieces of land can have on a greater community.
Only a handful of schools in all of Colorado have animals on their campus as part of an agricultural education program. They get to learn about the whole farm-to-table process themselves. And since we started doing this program more intentionally with nutrition services, then they've also had the opportunity to learn more about things like procurement and how important local food is.
Educating our students is a big piece, and I'd like to see that expand more. If we can actually connect them back to the land and can connect them to their farmers and where their food comes from, maybe they can start understanding and take a greater interest in what's going on around them. Because we can buy local and we can do all of those things, but if we're not educating, it only goes so far.
When we look at where food comes from and what you can do with it and how we can rethink what that process looks like, you have to look at the entire process. And that's really what our ag program is about, is educating the students that come in and the community and the public, that other component, right? Everything that occurs in the background from start to finish.
Thinking outside the box is definitely something that you have to do in creating sustainability.
I think whether you're involved in agriculture or not, I think it's really important that you know where your food comes from and that you're an educated consumer. And if we're able to make just even a few more students more educated consumers in our world, I think that's really important.
We're in a very lucky spot here in Colorado. Everything is done locally because it just shows how much we care about each other. The community that's involved around all of this just amazes me.
It's exciting to see the passion grow and the curiosity. I think that's the driver, is as soon as you have value in something, then that drive for change and curiosity about agriculture, about our food system, where our food comes from, can help excite and build the future generations.
Eating healthy foods is easier to do if you know the background behind it. And if we teach kids at younger ages, they're more likely to make better decisions with foods as they get older.
It's incredible, it's inspiring that this local food movement is essentially rebuilding communities, right?
It's all about the kids. We can't do it alone. You have to connect those dots and do whatever you can to have all of our kids have the most access to the freshest and healthiest food out there.